Well, hello, my beautiful Cancerians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details, and I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, this is a little bonus reading all about you. If money, career, or love comes up, then I will mention it, but this is more about you and how you're channeling your energy right now and where you are headed for 2024. So let's get started. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Now, your first card there is Adventure. So some of you are definitely in need of new landscapes or new experiences. Also, some of you, they're just giving me the word space, and of course that is a space man, but I feel some of you are like trying to create new space in your current circumstances. So you may be actually doing a bit of decluttering, DIY, or creating some sort of sanctuary at home, because I feel like you're preparing space. Okay, so although that space is more about the universe, I feel on a more localized level, you're focusing more on your home space. I mean, I always say this for you beautiful Cancerians, home is where the heart is, but I definitely feel like you're creating space to give more peace of mind. It's like your home is your sanctuary, and some of you are actually like looking at where you feel like you belong right now. Also, we have electricity, we have breath, look at that as well. We've got endurance, and we've also got the equator, okay, to make equal. So I'm just going to go and get all of your cards before I start. But when you get the card, you know, the Adventure South, this is about taking a risk. It's about doing something bold and daring, something you haven't done before. And I definitely see that you are... it's almost like you're giving wonder to your heart. You're looking carefully at your circumstances and also your plans, and you may think that something is a bit of a miss in a situation, and you're trying to find the happy medium. And sometimes, and don't shoot the messenger when I say this, my beautiful Cancerians, I'm a water element as well. I'm a Scorpio. Sometimes we can be a little bit all or nothing in our situations, okay? And I'm definitely getting the sense that you're trying to find a little bit more compromise in your life, not compromise in a way where you don't win. Okay, I want you to be aware of that. It's like, how can you get the best out of a situation and everybody wins? That's the energy that I've got coming through there as well. We've got the Star, we've got the Three of Swords, we've got the Fool card, we've got the Knight of Cups, we've got the Queen of Wands. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. And we have the 10 of Cups. So that is the happy family, the happy home life. So this is your outcome. So this is really positive. However, I feel like you've been through some hardships recently, and I feel the pressure has been on. I definitely get a sense here that some of you have been dealing with some low self-esteem. Some of you have had your confidence knocked in some area of your life, and you've been trying to come to some sort of understanding about yourself in a different way. I definitely see that as you move through this time period, you are going to have a lot more reasons, shall we say, to have confidence. I feel, you know, aesthetically, and my readings are not about aesthetics normally, aesthetically, you are attracting a lot of attention. You have an intense magnetism about you. So if some of you are looking for love, now this reading's not really meant to be about love, but if you are, you know, focusing a little bit more on love and you have love on your mind, I definitely see that you're attracting it. And I feel that passion, that power, that magnetism comes from your confidence. Confidence is an aphrodisiac. So believe in yourself and know that you are you, and that is your superpower. You can't be anybody else. Okay, so I definitely see that there is some really good stuff coming in when it comes to love, but it's not all about love. I mean, love is the answer. It is the key to the universe. But at the same time, it's not about romance or attraction. I feel like right now you are becoming really comfortable in your own skin, almost like trying to fall in love with yourself first, because I feel it's taken you a long time to recognize that you are a gift, that you are lovable, and that you are high value individual. Okay, and I don't know where this has come from. It may have been something from childhood, because I'm getting an energy from childhood. Some of you may have been bullied, or you may have had experiences in your past where you felt undervalued or underestimated. And it's almost like when it happens once, it can be like a problem, of course, but if it's more than once, sometimes it can start to become a bit of a trend. And you're like, really, universe? Are you really dealing me this dish right now? Is this experience really happening? And I feel some of you may have been dealing with quite a lot. So I feel it's almost like you're putting the ghosts of the past to bed. You're getting closure on situations that no longer have power over you, even though they may have shaped who you are and they were a very important part of your life. But I feel like you're letting it go now. You're healing, especially since you got the star energy and you got the Three of Swords in the resistance position. So I definitely see that some of you are healing from those situations. And also, I feel there's someone here that perhaps you argued with, or there was anger there with this person. It could be a family member. It could be a frenemy. It could be a boss or a co-worker or someone in the community. I actually see that there's an olive branch, which really puts your heart at ease, because although there may have been a lot of tension or anger or frustration in that situation, I feel it really impacted you because you don't like conflict. You don't want to have that level of sadness. You know, don't get me wrong, you're really capable of being really feisty when you need to be, because sometimes people think that, you know, Cancerians, Pisceans, because they're so loving and caring and devoted to the people that they care about, sometimes people can misconstrue your kindness for weakness. And I feel when the moment requires it, you have some feistiness, okay? And I wouldn't want to cross a Cancerian, that's for sure. But ultimately, I feel that this person comes towards you with an olive branch, and it really just makes you feel relief and peace. Okay, because I feel like that's been hanging over you a little bit, whatever that is. Okay, so that is coming there. Anyway, let's get straight to your cards. This is a card of taking a leap of faith. It's also about looking carefully at your situation, because you may feel a little bit like the Virgo reading, actually. I just did a Virgo reading, so perhaps you've got placements in Virgo or there's a connection to Virgo there. I feel there's this energy of that missing piece, and you may be going in search of it in 2024. So, for example, you know, I feel you tend to look at your life from a point of view where you are grateful for all that you have. But of course, there's always that little missing piece. Happiness comes from within, and I feel like you've been learning that lesson. But also, whatever it is that you feel you don't have right now, I feel like you're going to explore 2024 and you're going to find it. Okay, I definitely see that whatever it is that you are yearning for, it's going to show up for you, but actually you're coming out of a comfort zone in order to find it. Also, I get this sense here that true adventure is like knocking on your door at this moment, and you're kind of like done with the everyday repetitive cycles. You want change, and that's really interesting for a Cancerian, because you like to know where you're at. You like your routines. You like to know that you have a home or a sanctuary or a loving, caring energy to vibe with at the end of the day. And I feel that you're just exploring new avenues in life to bring more peace of mind, but also more spontaneity and fun there as well. It's really important that you recognize that this figure has an umbrella, because umbrellas in spirituality, they represent being protected. So if you are coming out of a comfort zone, doing something daring, something new, something different, you're protected and you're directed towards where you need to be. So this is a prime time to explore outside your usual parameters, whether it's like exploring a new restaurant across town or a new neighborhood or even a new environment, a new country or culture. I definitely get a sense here that you are curious about what the world has to offer offer right now, because I feel like there's this energy of been there, done that, got the t-shirt, not even wearing the t-shirt anymore, been the t-shirt, what's next? I get this exciting energy of what's next. Also, we got the star energy, so you're learning to shine your light. You're not letting anyone dull your shine. Also, this is a card of, having more positivity or optimism in your world. I feel a lot of you are in a new phase of life, and you're connected to the universe, and your wisdom is helping you open yourself up to more experiences. I feel that you're maturing, and I feel you're embracing new ideas. There's personal development and growth going on here as well. But I get this energy that there's something you're wishing for that perhaps has not shown up for you just yet, especially since we have the Knight of Cups here. It's like, what else is on offer? Is what I'm getting from these two cards. Now, the star energy also indicates that you are nourishing yourself in healthier ways, okay? I feel like you are purifying your landscape, your environment, and the star energy also indicates that there is a brighter future to look forward to. And these two cards are very future oriented. So I feel like you are trying to think outside the box. You're trying to either launch something or change the way you operate in your life to see what else is out there. Because I feel your immediate circumstances, whilst things have been a bit difficult, I feel you are trying to open yourself up to new people and new places, because I just get this yearning for a more nomadic spirit that's coming through. Now, the star energy also is an energy of healing, and you do have the Three of Swords here. Some of you may have had a procedure or some sort of surgery there, and you're just taking it easy. Make sure, because I see there's a lot of pressure going on here. Some of you are trying to manage stress levels. If you have gone through a procedure or surgery recently, or even like a couple of months ago, please take it easy. Okay, I definitely see it's important to get the rest that you need, to have some downtime, recharge those batteries, and you'll be back to best in no time. And I feel like you'll be out there happening to life. But I feel it's important to take stock of your energy levels at this time. Now, we also have the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is really about what you have to offer the world. When you offer love, care, and devotion, the law of the universe says reciprocity, you should get that back. But I feel a lot of your situations, you haven't received it back in the same way. And I feel like you're looking at life in a different way because of that. You're not allowing yourself to harden, but I actually see that you are trying to remain in an energy of softness, shall we say, being open to opportunities. But I feel like you are learning more about yourself. And this card is like heightened emotions. So some of you may actually feel a little bit more sensitive than usual. Also, I feel it's a call to fall in love with yourself, because from that point, then you will erect healthier boundaries. And, I feel like you will attract what you truly desire, because you've told the universe, I'm not accepting less than I deserve, and I'm not accepting second best. Okay. Also, this is a card of admiration. So I feel there is someone who is going to send you a message of admiration in the next coming weeks. This could be a friend, it could be a family member. It just lets you know that you are appreciated in this person's life. Because I feel sometimes you do so much for so many people, you may feel really unappreciated. And I definitely get a sense that you're going to get some sort of message or indication from this person. It could even be a face-to-face conversation. This person, they really care about you, and you're so important to this person, and they really appreciate all that you do. Now, this could be a partner if you're in a high-level commitment relationship. It could be a child. So I definitely get a sense here. It's someone who really deeply cares about you. Could also be a neighbor or a friend. Now, the Knight of Cups, some of you have a love wish. The Knight of Cups is about romance as well. So I feel some of you may have felt left out in the cold when it comes to love, and your heart is yearning. There's a sadness, a lament here. But I feel some of you, it may have knocked your confidence, but 2024 is going to teach you something new, which is that you are having, a moment where you attract someone who's a little bit younger than you, someone who helps you come out of your comfort zone, and someone who is a little bit different than your usual type. But I feel you're going to go on lots of adventures with this new person, and you're going to be extremely happy. But you've been learning a lesson about finding happiness from within first, and that will will change everything. There's a lot of light in your reading, which tells me there's a lot of positive things on offer for you to tap into, and there's some really good things coming your way. But some of you with the Knight of Cups, I feel like you're trying to look at the world in a different way or a different viewpoint, where you're just looking with generosity and saying, you know what, I'm not going to focus on the things I don't have right now. I'm going to focus on the things that I do have, and I'm going to be grateful for those things. And actually, sometimes that's easier said than done, right? But I feel like a boomerang, it's going to bring some really great things back to you because of the vibrations that you're in. Now we do have life breath. Some of you have been super busy. I'm picking up this energy from a lot of signs right now. Perhaps it's the season where everything's like winding down at the end of the year. People need to get everything done. You've got so much on your plate. Everyone wants a piece of you, and you're like, oh, I can't catch a moment to breathe, because this is in the resistance position. But I definitely see that you're going to find that pocket where you get to rejuvenate your energy. And I really feel, I mean, looking at your overall chart, your whole reading is about following your heart. Everything here is like you are wishing for something and you're following your heart, you're being independent, and you're moving towards joy. I definitely see the success and fun times ahead of you, but I feel like ultimately you've decided you're following your heart, and that is that. Now, this card, it's number 27. When you reduce it, 2 + 7 is the Hermit energy. So I feel this year, 2023, has taught you a lot of hard lessons, but also some really positive ones as well. This is a card that also can indicate some of you, it's like, have you been holding your breath in some area of your life? Okay, has it slowed you down in some way? Have you been expecting something and it didn't show up for you? And I feel like some of you are rethinking a strategy to just let it go, surrender, and recognize that what is meant for you, it will never pass you by. Also, I feel like you need to give yourself that little bit of time or space to have peace of mind, to have silence, to pause, because sometimes we're always on the go and we don't give ourselves a moment to breathe. Also, during times of sadness or when your emotions overwhelm you, it's really important to take stock and breathe. Recognize that, you know, this too shall pass. And if there is something you can do about something that you're worried about, if you can actually physically change your circumstances, then set about those changes. But if there's nothing you can do about something, it's going to happen anyway. Breathe, relax. What is meant to be will be. And I feel that will actually help you manage stress levels, because they're giving me the sense of breathing. Some of you may even be embracing like breath work in the new year, or maybe that's something you've been doing in order to change your mindset. This could be through meditation or yoga, things like that, but it could actually be like a breathwork class that you're going to go to, or perhaps you've been going to, that's going to really help you to become more present, but also it's going to help you control your surroundings a little bit more and feel less overwhelmed by pressure or stress. Okay, so that's definitely coming through there as well. Now, you put your whole heart and soul into everything that you do, okay? And I feel some of you, the universe hasn't quite delivered on some of the good stuff, but that is coming to you, and I want you to be aware of that. So don't let that disappoint you. I feel like you're leaving the year on a high, because there's some really awesome things come your way as well. Now, the Three of Swords, it is in the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse. So that kind of is like a very positive thing, because it means recovery after a difficult period. Some of you, as I said, are going to receive an apology or an olive branch from someone. And of course, some of you, you're taking this pause or this downtime at the end of the year to just relax, kick back and unwind, and to recharge your batteries. And that's so important. Now, also, I feel like you're making peace with something that somebody said to you that may have wounded you. Okay, now this could be from childhood, it could be, from yesterday, but I feel like you're making peace with it and saying, you know what, that's not my stuff, that's yours, and you're projecting it onto me, or you projected it onto me, and I feel like you're not allowing it to touch your energy. Some of you are getting some closure on some really deep stuff. Okay, and whilst it shaped you, I've already mentioned that, whilst it shaped you and it was important to you, I feel like it no longer has power over your future happiness, and that's really important. Okay. Also, we've got this Queen of Wands. It's in the resistance position, but I definitely get a sense here that because of your outcome energy, that you're actually going to let go of grudges, anger, and I feel things that have been frustrating are going to become a lot easier for you. Now, also, I feel you're building confidence within yourself. Some of you may have actually felt a little bit like on autopilot recently, or in the last couple of years. You may have felt that that lust for life has been missing, or that motivation, that drive, or even that like joie de vivre. It's like, I don't know, it feels like your passions are returning. You're reconnecting to your sense of self, or you're reconnecting to something that you used to do, whether it was a hobby or an artistic endeavor, or whether it was like playing an instrument, or maybe learning a language, or maybe returning to an area. I definitely get a sense here that some of you have been neglecting your own needs, and you're reestablishing that relationship with yourself and really embracing your passions. Some of you may also have felt really isolated and lonely recently, especially if you've been searching for your soul tribe, or you've been like super independent for so many years. You may be wondering, is there anyone I'm going to connect to on a friendship level or in terms of love? Well, the answer is yes. I definitely see you collaborating with new people or meeting new people, whether it's through communal events or whether it's through community-based endeavors, or even like hobbies, or like even like in the gym. I feel like there's some sort of close community energy about you, and I feel like you're going to build friendships through that. And of course, if you are looking for love, I see that you are going to meet someone who is going to love you in the way that you truly deserve, okay? Also, if you're already in a high level commitment with somebody, and this time of year, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on your shoulders. I feel there may be moments, pockets of snappiness, frustration. Don't get me wrong, I see it there, especially since we have Mercury retrograde until the 1st of the month, January 2024. I feel, you know, these are little minor moments that will be forgiven. Everything sort of irons itself out, but I feel it's a highly pressurized time period where people may say things without thinking because of Mercury retrograde. And also, that is not an excuse, and it does not let anyone off the hook, of course, but I want you to be mindful of it, because forewarned is forearmed, right? Now, your outcome energy, we have electricity. This is about embracing that wild soul that you are. Life can get pretty serious sometimes, and we're in a rhythm, and sometimes that rhythm can become a repetitive cycle. And when you do something in a routine, it can get boring or dull, or we can lose that sparkle. And some of you may have felt like you've lost that sparkle for a little while, but I feel like you're going to rediscover that energy. And it's number 36 when you reduce it. 3 plus 6, of course, is the Hermit energy. So some of you are going on a really intense soul-searching mission to find out where you feel like you belong. But also, I feel like you are freeing your spirit, okay, of self-imposed restrictions. Some of you may have felt like you couldn't take a risk or a leap of faith because of your circumstances. And I feel like as you consider things further, I feel like you find a solution to open yourself up to taking that leap of faith, or finding that spark, shall we say. Also, I get a sense here that you're confronting an issue head on. You're taking action on something that perhaps you've been thinking about for a while, and there's a lot of creativity about you, and I feel like you are surrendering to the universe and recognizing that some things are just going to work out the way that they're meant to work out. And especially if you've had some sort of sorrow or trauma in your life in the past, sometimes people are conditioned to expect the worst. And actually, the universe is delivering the best for you here. So I feel you'll be pleasantly surprised. Now, also, we have endurance, rock. Some of you have been going through some very, very difficult times, but in those times, you're finding true growth. And I definitely see that you are going to turn a situation around to your favor, okay? It's number 20, which really connects to the Judgment card energy, and that's about second chances. But it's also about being on your true life's mission and true purpose, okay? Also, I feel like you're being asked to ground your energy in chaotic situations, because sometimes they can be overwhelming. So they are giving you this little nudge to breathe, because everything that's meant for you will never pass you by. And I also see that, you're being sent little silver linings. Anything that like is a rejection or a false start or a delay, it means it's not meant for you in this moment. Doesn't mean it's not meant for you long term. It can mean just not now. So trust in divine timing. This card can also be about like being patient. Slow and steady wins that race. But also I feel like, sometimes the obstacle that we come up against, it can be the way through. The obstacle is the thing itself that we need to confront or overcome. And as you can see there, we've got these two cards of you. It's kind of like nudging you in an energy of confronting anything that's been blocking you or holding you back, whether that's low self-confidence, low self-esteem, whether it's a person or a situation or even a food substance or a way of living. I feel like you're, facing it head on and you're changing it for the benefit, and you're going to make major progress in that as well. I see that you are not allowing anything to get in your way, and the energy that I've got is you've been shaped by circumstances, but you're now not allowing those circumstances to control you or prevent your happiness. You're going to thrive because of those circumstances. Now, also, we've got to make equal. And you are a wonderful overgiver, my beautiful Cancerians. And I feel like you have been learning a lesson about reciprocity, because you may notice that if you overgive, a person may step back and take. So if you come to the table in balance, then it gives the other person an opportunity to step up or step out. And I feel like you've been learning that, because you're a very generous soul, and sometimes people take advantage of your kindness, and I feel like you've been learning about that as well. Now, it's number 5. Number 5 is the Hierophant energy. So some of you are looking at traditions in your life, things that you really love, that comfortable feeling like, oh, now is when we do this, or I'm expecting this to happen. And I feel like, some people in your life are going to surprise you over the next coming weeks in a really positive way. And this card, it says to make equal the equator. Okay, now this is about finding balance in life in general, equality amongst people and for a common worthy goal. Also, this is about you recognizing that you have a lot of worth. You are worth the good stuff, okay? Do not compare yourself to others. Don't allow anyone to underestimate your energy. I definitely see that, it only robs you of your happiness. Erecting a healthy boundary is so important. Also, I feel some of you are trying to temper your emotions so that you don't have extreme reactions all the time, and it may be hurting you. Now, I'm not saying that everybody out there is having extreme emotions. I'm a water element, so sometimes I can go from 0 to 1,000 in like a second, right? And, if I'm honest, I'm guilty of overreacting in some situations. And it's not that I'm going to change myself, but I'm actually going to ask myself, and this is what's coming through for you as well, my beautiful Cancerians. It's like, is this situation worth my reaction? And if there's someone trying to push your buttons or trying to, play mind games or anything like that, you need to ask yourself, is this worth my time? Is this worth my energy? Will this situation matter in 5 years? And if the answer is no, then save your energy for something that matters. Someone that matters, okay? So I feel it's really important for you to recognize that. So it's almost like you're managing your F's. You know what I mean? I have a couple of people in my life who say that. They actually say the expletive word, but I'm not going to give you that. But it's like managing those situations. Like, you know what? This just doesn't add up to being worth my time right now. So I feel like you're looking at life like that a little bit more. And here's the Fool card. Much more fun, more curiosity, more spontaneity in your world. Taking that risk. Your first card is like you've decided you want to take that risk. You want to do something new. And then your outcome card is you're doing something new. You're actually taking that new chance on something. You're opening yourself up to adventure, new beginnings. And the new year is going to be so exciting for you. This is a card of joy. It's a card of fun, but it's also a card of recognizing that you have the whole world in your hands. Trust that the universe has got your back. The Fool card always steps out onto the path with no expectations. And it's almost like the Fool card says, you know what, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm going to have a lot of fun along the way. And I definitely get a sense that this is what is coming out of your reading right now. And we've got the 10 of Cups. So that is happy families, because a lot of you place a lot of your time, your care, your devotion, and your own happiness in the people around you, making sure that they're okay. And that is wonderful, but also you need to not neglect your own needs. That's a very strong message that comes through there as well. Ten of Cups is family, contentment, being surrounded by people that you love, people who support you and who you support too. Also, the Ten of Cups is abundance, joy, peace of mind, good fortune and well-being, and taking pleasure in the moment and all that you've accomplished. It's time to really be proud of yourself because you've done a lot and you've been through a lot. And I definitely get a sense here that things are going to get infinitely better for you as well. Now, the Ten of Cups, when it comes to finances, this can indicate that, there are some things in life that are more than gold itself. And that is your relationships with the people that you care about. Okay, of course, money is important and I feel like you are attracting more abundance, but I definitely get a sense that from your reading, you're really looking at what's important and what's not. And I feel like you're focusing more on the things that you love, you're following your heart, and that is actually going to bring you infinite opportunity for more joy in 2024 as well. Now, I'm just going to get some final cards for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are their final messages before we close the reading? Okay, some of you may even go overseas in the next coming weeks and months. Some of you may even be thinking about relocating. I definitely see that you'll really enjoy that move. It'll give you a new lease of life, put a new spring in your step, and it may be somewhere where there's more sun or more access to sun and warmer climates, and it just puts you in a different mood. Okay, thank you so much. They want one more, so I'll take it. Thank you so much. Okay. So we have day and night cannot dwell together. Sorry, I'm just going to wipe that because it's got lots of water on it. These cards are like my babies. It's so precious to me because they give me a lot of energy. Day and night cannot dwell together. So this can indicate that, we have to live in the moment of what we've got. Sometimes there are dark times. There are struggles, and we have to accept that we can only do what we can do in this moment. And then, of course, we'll embrace the light. Everything changes. Sometimes we all have those 3 a.m. thoughts where everything just seems wrong in the world and in our lives, and we feel like something's missing. And then, of course, the new dawn comes, and suddenly we have a little bit more of a positive energy. We look at it from a different angle, and I feel like you are trying to find balance in those thoughts, because we all have them. We all have moments of feeling low about our circumstances, and then infinitely high about our circumstances. And I feel like you're trying to find that balance in that. We also have the staff. And it says here, take stock of the situation before making a decision. Stand firm, spiritual power, and the weight. So sometimes the universe sends us a pause on purpose. And it's there to work things out, to take the time that we need to take stock of things. So sometimes we can feel like, I wish I had this thing now. And the universe says, no, just wait. Really think about things. Thoughts become things, and I definitely see that you're manifesting a lot into your life, things that you've wanted for a long time, that your heart has been yearning for, but there's a reason for the pause, and that reason will come with a lesson for you, and everybody's lesson is going to be different. We also have hobbies and crafts. So that came up briefly there in your reading about that lust for life, getting connected to the community or environments, picking up a hobby or doing something that you really are excited about. It says cultivate a hobby or a new form of interest to keep your hands busy. And it says natural talents, second job, or projects. So some of you are going to return to things that you used to love doing, and it helps you reconnect to that spontaneous, playful self. We've also got the bird who is eaten cannot fly with the bird that is hungry. Okay, now that's really interesting because that tells us about comfort. Now, for example, if you are ambitious, it means you don't have something and you really want it. But if you've got something that's making you feel content and comfortable, it's not that you lose that level of ambition. It means that the hunger isn't there. So you take things at a different pace, a slower pace perhaps. And I feel that's a very important message about what it is that you want and how comfortable you feel in life and what it is you really, really want and what steps are necessary to get there. So for example, if you're really ambitious in your career and you are currently surrounded by wonderful friends who are more family oriented, they are at a plateau in their career and they're just comfortable. You need to find people, your soul tribe, who also have that hunger, that desire for whatever it is that you want as well, so that you can like brainstorm with them, you can feed off their energy back and forth, both of you can like give each other ideas. So it's really important to recognize your surroundings and the people that you surround yourself with as well, and how that may affect your energy long term. We've also got, it's easy to be brave from a distance. Okay, so I definitely get a sense that you're getting more involved in your world at large in order to change circumstances. So it's like being brave from a distance. It's like talking about something and not actioning it. But I feel now that you are actioning whatever it is that you've been trying to accomplish for quite some time, and you will have it. This bold new step that's happening for you is going to be very exciting. Everything is about courage, bravery, taking these new steps or coming out of your comfort zone for 2024. And there's going to be so much happiness for you on the other side. It says it's time to expand your wings. No one can bring you down. Freedom awaits, soaring high and thriving. Okay, so what a wonderful card to leave it on. I definitely get a sense here you're getting that bird's eye view of your life right now as we close the year. So you're noticing things in a more detached fashion where you can recognize, okay, this is my next step. I really want this. I haven't got this yet, and I need to do this in order to get it. And I definitely get a sense here that things are working in your favor, and the outcome is going to bring so much peace, serenity, and good fortune. Now, I'm just going to get a trinket or a rune for you before we close. Okay. So we have the octopus rune, of course. So this is about far-reaching energy. Some of you also, you've been doing a lot. It's almost like you wish you had 3 or 4 pairs of hands to do everything all at the same time. So I definitely feel that you've been like overstretched. But also I get a sense of empathy. The octopus is an incredible sentient being, and I feel you are heightening your skills of empathy. We can control our emotions without crushing our empathy. I want you to be aware of that, okay? It's just about not allowing our emotions to overwhelm us in times of conflict so that we can see things really clearly and know how to manage the situation a little bit more. Now, also, you've got the symbol for Mars, of course. It's a masculine energy. Again, male or female, not a gender-specific reading, but this is about taking action. Okay, so it's about thinking of something that you really want to accomplish and taking the steps to make it happen. And I really feel that, Mars is very prevalent this month. So I feel like you're going to be given extra energy, this boost of energy and vitality to make things happen and to support your dreams. And finally, I'm loving this. We have the gift rune, okay? Now this is about love. It's about partnerships, everybody working together, things coming together. It's also about divine union. So if you are looking for love, there is definitely love on the horizon for you. And if you're already in a love situation, I feel like you deepen your connection with that person. And I feel the trust is also deepened as well. But this is a rune of good fortune, as I've already mentioned just then. So it's interesting that we got this one. Also, I feel that some of you may get an unexpected gift in the next coming weeks. Now, it doesn't have to be from a person that you know. It could be someone suddenly decides to like pay it forward and pay for your groceries, or it could be that someone gives you like a free coffee or a muffin. I feel like there's a gift coming. This person is like an earth angel. They're sent to you from the universe to let you know that the universe is listening, and they're sending you like a little resource, a little sign that you're not alone and that things are going to get easier for you. Okay, so watch out for that sign there. But the Wheel of Fortune, destiny is turning in your favor, and there are some really good things headed in your direction as well. So breathe, you've got this. What is meant for you will never ever pass you by. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Cancerians. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel, completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Cancerians, and love and light.